All right, let's get down into some business now. We had some fun the last couple of weeks. This is my last week doing this, but I'm going to go back. It says storytelling. What did it say on the storytelling? What did it say, the flyer? It said storytelling, history, creativity, what content, share, emotions, communications, marketing, and experience. These are the things that I wanted to let you guys see some of the stuff that I did when I first got going. We talked about going to my first meeting, finding my first IBO just by showing up to meeting. What I say, God bless you sometimes just by showing up. And the theme I'm really trying to get across to everybody was we shouldn't care what people think. All right. So don't care what people think. I don't. And we talked about, I was so goofy. I dated my application. I saw the meeting, my first network marketing company. I got started December 15th, but dummy me, I wanted to start on the 1st. I backdated it December 1st. So I cheated myself out of 15 days. We talked about me going door to door with candy, getting customers back in my first company. And that was a hoop, putting free cell phone ads up on telephone booths. I had Mr. Adrian O'Neill come on and give a little insight about that in the second time, first week. And that was a lot of fun to hear somebody who actually went out and did that with me. Yeah. Also, I talked about me putting business cards in Sacramento in the phone booth on Watt Avenue, one side for an hour or two, come back for 3 or 4 hours. And they called me and told me they're going to charge me. And I told them I lost the car. So the kids must have broken my car and took them. That was a lot of fun telling that joke. Right, I laughed at that. My first check, we talked about my first check, Sam Foster, $3.70. And I went and bought, that's right, went and bought those money socks. And that money socks made me a lot of money. Didn't wash it for a week. We talked about going door to door, getting customers with my polo shirt on, a clipboard. We talked about that in the last week. We had some fun. So this week, I'm going to conclude this week with some of the other goofy and fun stuff I did to build my Excel business when I first started network marketing. Because remember, everything I got, I read. That's right, I read that I applied it. I did not have a coach at that time per se. I was one of the guys that picked up a book and started reading. And then I started implementing. There's books out there. If you can go to Abe's book, ABE books. Yeah, they're used books. There's a guy by the name of Big Al. It's not me. It's a guy by the name of Big Al Tells All. He's got a bunch of MLM books. That's Miss Collins. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, his stuff is still good today. It's called Big Al. Big Al Striper, I think his name. Big Al Tells All. And it's got a slew of books, like 4 or 5 books. I used to buy a bunch of them, keep in my office. And when somebody wanted to borrow it, they would always want to borrow the book. And I said, okay, wait a minute. They never came back. Somehow my books, Sam Foster, they developed feet and they never came back to me. So I started charging people $20, like a library, Al Randolph. You want to check out the book, Sharon, leave me $20 for the book. I write it down like a librarian. You hear the book, I got you 20. The book never came back, Maria. I restocked my books. So I was doing like that because people wanted to know. So I wanted to make sure I had more than I need. And remember, we talk about investing back, Natasha Ismail, investing back in our business. So important to have extra stuff around. You guys know when I travel, I bring a bunch of magazines. I know some of them are 5 years, 6 years, 8 years. It doesn't make a difference. Something is better than nothing. So you got to invest back in your business. And that's one of the things that I did early on. Now, today I'm going to talk about some other goofy and funny stuff that I did to try out. Because remember now, I was brand new to network marketing like some of you. So I'm talking about age, a time that has gone back past, but some of these philosophies still work today. Philosophies don't go out of style. You just have to update them. Now, one of the things I was thinking about, I was laughing the other day, I was praying, I started cracking up laughing in the middle of prayer. God forgive me for that. And I thought about one of my guys that I got in the business. I had a house that I rented out to one of my guys. And I'm telling you, I went to a wedding. Oh, Freddie Sherman, don't laugh too hard. I went to a wedding and I signed up everybody at the wedding party at the table. See, when you don't, that's right. You heard me right, Miss Belinda. But see, some of you don't have my kind of guts. Some of you don't have the guts that I have. Now watch this. I know Pat Robinson, like, you did what? Yeah, I did, Miss Robinson. I went Pastor Thomas, and what I did, the guy is named Keith. Keith rented out one of my houses in Sacramento on Stockton Boulevard. Oh my God, I'm gonna read bunch of detail. And I had a 69 Lincoln Continental. That's right, Jason, a 69 Lincoln Continental. The last model with the suicide doors. And I bought that car. It was under a tree in Sacramento, and the car was mint shape on the inside. It was like the guy parked under the tree, the sap got on it. I had a guy to come do the exterior. It was black on a forest green interior. It was showroom. That car was showroom, not a scratch or anything on the inside. And I paid maybe $1,000 for the car, but anyway, it's not important. So my buddy guy, he was a real good guy, Keith, and he was one of my tenants. He was getting married. He invited me to the wedding. And he said, hey, man, he was going to get a limo. I said, wait a minute, Keith, you don't need to do that. And, he's a Caucasian guy. I said, Keith, you don't have to worry about that. We're good friends. Tell you what, my Lincoln Continental 69 suicide doors will be sufficient. I will chauffeur you to your wedding under one condition. He goes, what's that? I could talk to everybody, Miss Belinda, here we go. If I could talk to everybody at the wedding table, I'll chauffeur you. You don't have to worry about getting a limo. I will be the chauffeur. And matter of fact, Pat Robinson, I even put on a chauffeur's hat for him. You get one, I'll wear it. I didn't have no shame in my game. See, some of y'all like your pride and ego, me chauffeur somebody? No, but see, I was trying to get more customers at the deal and more potential IBOs. He said, you'll do that for me? I said, absolutely, Marie, I'll do that for you. So when he got married, I pulled up in my Lincoln Continental suicide doors. For y'all don't know, suicide, most doors open like this. Suicide doors, you know what I'm talking about, El Randolph? You still got one in the garage over there. And and I chauffeured him. I put the hat on, I put on a black suit, white shirt, black tie, and I played the part. I played the part up. And I was trying, I don't know what, I know got some, but I just moved. I don't know where these pictures are, Sam Foster, but I chauffeured him, got to open the door, the whole 9 yards. Matter of fact, I sat at the wedding table. And there's pictures of me going down the line, signing people up. Back then we had what we call an LOA, letter of authorization. One about this big. And we go down there, excuse me, your name, your address, phone number, sign right here. What's your name, your address? And I was going down the line, and I signed up about 8 people that day at the wedding table. After the toast, quite naturally, it was after the toast. But yeah, see that stuff. Why am I bringing this up? These are things that we are, why we're too comfortable. What do I say? You shouldn't. What's my thing? We don't care. Well, I said Al Thomas. I don't care what people thought of me. See, my pride and ego is not to a point I won't do those things. See, I'm a little bit bolder, and I tell you guys, you got some of you guys would do a lot better if you got a little bit off your conservative and go out there and do it. The telephone poles, the pay phones, the socks, walking to the people. I see looking at my socks. Hey, my business bought those socks, man. Boom, more customers than ideal. That's how I built my business.
I'm cool.
My business is going so fast.
I just don't want
the co-founder, Steve Smith, called me and said, what are you doing to build your business? How you get all these people? I said, Steve, I just get off, I just go out there. Look, I go out, I don't care. I just don't care. So now I'm going to talk about some other stuff I did. Around the holidays, like right now, Office Max and Office Depot, not even the holiday, they would have these little fish bowls. Watch this, listen up. They still do it today, some of these places. Put your business card in for a free lunch we're gonna draw your name out for a free lunch. Y'all see these places? You walk in the business place, hey, put your business card in. We'll draw it out for a free lunch. You should never let Al Thomas saw that. See, Al Thomas in Sacramento, I said, wait a minute. You put my business card in, and I could. So what I would do, I'd go by and grab a bunch of cards out. I'm not gonna lie, Sam Foster. I go to where's the next Office Depot? Next Office Depot. I spent about an hour and a half just going to all Office Depot getting them cards. Yeah, but some of y'all won't do that. Some of y'all won't do that. So, and what I did, Sam Foster, you're gonna love this. So what I would do, Marie, seriously, look. I don't have no shame in my game. I don't. Because I was determined to get where I wanted to go at all costs, as long as it wasn't illegal and above board. And I would get there and I'd call the people up. And here's what I would say, Mr. Jason. Hey, my name is Al Thomas. You don't know me, Miss Belinda Batiste, but you had your business card in Office Max over there on Mac Road. Well, I'm calling to let you know, you didn't win the drawing. You were the runner up. And I told them I would take the runner up for a cup of coffee. She would say, oh, I forgot about, I put my business card in there. I said, yeah, I know. Well, you didn't win, but I told them I would volunteer to take the runner-up out for a cup of coffee, not lunch, but a cup of coffee. First place got lunch, right? But you didn't win, but you got runner-up, so you get a cup of coffee. I must pay for you a cup of coffee. Are y'all catching this? Miss Natasha Ismail's laughing hard at me. I said, yeah, so what's a good time and what's a good day for me to take you out for a cup of coffee? And I get a cup of coffee, and guess what? I meet him at the Starbucks. And guess what? Hi, my name is Al. Hey, Miss Belinda, how you doing? I see blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah. Tell me a little bit more what you do, blah, 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 blah. And guess what Miss Belinda Batiste going to ask me after a while? So, Mr. Thomas, what do you do? Dun, 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 dun. That's what I'm talking about, building a business. Write this down. To think is to create. And to create is to what? Think, 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 Jason, think, Miss Walker, think. You guys have ideas, but you're not even running with them. Like, oh, they may not like this. Oh, no. Who's that? Who's that guy? What's that little comedian? No. Yeah. Put his name in the chat. That comedian says that. No, short black guy comedian. Chris Hart. Kevin Hart. No. Y'all too scared to do that kind of stuff. And next business card. Hello, Miss Walker. Hi, my name is Al Thomas. You put your business card over there on Mac Road, Florin Road in Sacramento, and at the Business Max. Yeah. Well, listen, you didn't win the drawing. You got the runner up. And I told him I was going to take the runner-up out for a cup of coffee. When's a good time for us to get together for a cup of coffee since you're the runner-up? Sometimes people say, well, that's all right, I don't want to go. Okay, thank you, dear. Have a good one. Right in the trash can. Next card. I get around 40 or 50 cards. Hello, Mr. Digger. Yeah, yes, sir. Yeah, Diggory, the D-I-G-G. Yes, sir. Did I pronounce it right? Hey, listen, you were a runner-up. Hey, you didn't win, but I have to take you for a cup of coffee. What's a good time, sir, for me to take you for and treat you for a cup of coffee? It's on me. Free? It's on me. Yes, sir, it's on me. Well, let me get my schedule out. What about tomorrow too? Yes, sir, that'll work fine. Where's your nearest Starbucks? I'll meet you there. Click. Next card. Ring, ring. Hey, Miss Akinko. Yes. Hey, listen, you had your business card over there off of 43rd. Yeah, well, listen, at the office, you didn't win the contest. However, I have to take you, the runner-up, out for a cup of coffee. That was part of it. Yeah, so when's a good time we get together? Let me take you out for a cup of coffee. See, Pat Robinson, you'd be RD if you did that little method. See, I didn't care. What's the worst they're gonna say? No, thank you. Okay, have a good day. Bye. Click. Throw the card away. I got a stack of 40 or 50 of them here, but I remember every time I got one, I get a rubber band around it, put what address I got. Oh, I got it at Office Max over here on Florin Road. Oh, got this from the Office Max over here on Mac Road. So I put a rubber band so I knew exactly where they put it. So when I go through this list, and then I go, hey, the Mac Road people. Then I go over here to 43rd Street people. And man, I will get appointment after appointment after appointment after appointment. What it cost me, Kathleen Williams, what, $2 or $3 for a cup of coffee? What if I got, see, look, I'm a businessman. What if one IBO came in, and let's say I was just a regional director? That's $200. Let me say this. If I bought, and it costs, let's say $200. So I make $200. Let's figure it out. Let's look at it from a business perspective, not as a cheapo. I'm a business person. So let's say it costs $3 for coffee, I make $200. So I mean 66 people I can afford a cup of coffee. And it's just look, I'm a business person. I could buy 66 people on one rep. Y'all ain't hearing me. Miss Thomas, I already spent $30. I ain't got nobody yet. Well, maybe you need to put some mints in your mouth before you say hi to them. I don't know. It's a numbers game. Some came and said, no, this is not for me. I'm a professional. No, okay, that's fine. Hey, would you help me feed some kids? See, it didn't matter to me. But I was always getting appointment after appointment after appointment after appointment. So yeah, Office Max, obviously, if I get those business cards out, rubber band them up, put where I got them, off to the next place. I do that some evenings. Woo, Lord have mercy, you have no idea. Anyway, that's one idea. Let me give you another one. Remember a week or so ago, I showed you this one? Plan A. And let me describe you, bro. Remember those? Remember those? I'm having some new ones made up. I don't have them here yet. I got some new small cards made up. Now, let me tell you what I'm going to do with them. Watch this. So I go out and walk twice a day, some of you know. So I'm trying to kill two birds with one stone. I'm building my business, and I'm also doing what, miss? Yeah, I'm also walking. Now, watch this. When I leave, when I go to the airport, when I take a flight out, I usually leave about 2 hours early. Now, why does Al Thomas leave about 2 hours early? See, I hit the parking lot up in the park. I hit the parking lot at the airport. Ain't nobody in the parking lot. Nobody sees you because some of y'all scared. What if they see me? What if they see me, Miss Thomas? When they see me, say hi. Y'all are so hung up on a small crap that don't build enough. Who gives a rat's back in? So I go to the parking lot at the airport and I put them on the doors. You get a regular business card, but I don't have one. You can slide in those suckers right in between the door and the window, right there. Walk down one after another, 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 one after another. It don't take but one to change the game plan, folks. My God, this is simple. This is kindergarten stuff. And ain't nobody in the airport. All I gotta do is look out for the guy riding the bike. You know, security. He got a bright jacket on yellow. You see him coming 5 miles away. Who gonna see you? And there's a parking lot. Oh my God, that's a good one, Mr. Thomas. I know. That's what I'm telling you. I'm trying to tell you what I did. You can drop me in any city. I don't have to know nobody, and I have names and numbers. God dang, this stuff is goofy. Man, last night I went to the movie. I went to go see House of Gucci. I was mad. Let me tell you why I was mad, Al Randolph. I don't have my new cards made. I haven't got that. They're shipping them. I ain't got. See what I did, Mr. Jones. I don't walk in right there in a movie theater. Ain't no what you go to movie theater, right? What movie theaters, right? Parking lot. Is anybody there? No, they're watching a movie. Same thing. Go there 40 minutes for the movie start, hitting all the cars in the parking lot. Ain't nobody there. Ain't nobody there at the movie. Come on, this is ridiculous. Ridiculous. That's how I built my business when I first got started. Where's another one, Mr. Thomas? Well, let me tell you, if you really want to know, yes, Mr. Thomas. I'm like Sam Foster at the mall. Where's Sam Foster? The mall. Man, I go in the mall and look, I go from deck to deck to deck to deck. Boom, 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 boom. All the car windows. How many times you came out from somewhere as you went to the supermarket, came out and there's something on your car? It don't take but one person to call and get into business. I'm gonna let that sink in. See, nobody's there, nobody sees you. Let me give you another one. Remember back in the day, they don't do this anymore. The guys used to go put out phone books. I'll give him $5, $10. Here's a stack of flyers. Put them inside the phone book. What about these guys put flyers on people's doors right now? They still got them out in the different communities. Here's $10. Here's your $10. Y'all put all these stack out for me on all the doors with you. They're out there. You just got to look for them. The other day, over the summer, I just moved in here and I saw a guy cut a tree down, cut a tree down, cut a tree down, cut a tree down, cut it. And I said, man, what you gonna do with that fire? I pulled up, what you doing with that firewood? The Spanish guy said, I'm gonna haul it away. I said, look, can I have it? He goes, yeah. But what if I never got on that? I got free firewood to last me at least a good month and a half of firewood. Free. So I gave him $5. I gave his other guy $5. I gave the other guy, no, I'm sorry. I gave him 4 $2 bills. My tip money. My little tip money. I said, I'm gonna give you something, don't give us away. Man, I'm gonna tell you something. He was so fired up. I came home, dropped the wood off, came back and gave each one of them a cerveza. It was a Friday. In English, I gave each one of them a beer plus $4 each. Last night, another example. The guy name was Jason. Last night, dummy me here again. I put the wrong movie theater in. Oh my God, I'm gonna go to House of Gucci. It was way on the other side of town. Oh my God, I got to the thing. I was so embarrassed. I told the guy, I'm so sorry. The other guy said, let me take care of you. He went over this, don't worry about it. So I bought a ticket anyway. Said, don't worry, I'll give you your money back and I'll still let you in here. Guess what he gave? Guess what I gave him yesterday? Oh, you thought I gave him a $100 bill. Oh. I said, man, thank you for helping me out. Here's $2. Oh. I said, you better save that. It's a rarity. See, are y'all doing that to people? When last time you tipped anybody just for doing something nice for you? I don't mean no change. I'm telling you, $2 bills goes a long way. Winston Herbert was with me when I did. Well, anyway, I ain't gonna talk about that. But watch this. Those are powerful things to do. Let's go back to the two weeks ago when I first did this call. I had Adrian O'Neill on the call. Remember, he said we stood outside of the Hispanic supermarket, El Bonita. There's 5 and 2 other chains. We were doing something for Larry Roskin when he was kicking off Mexico. Larry said, I can't talk about anything but Mexico. That's what I'm gonna be doing. I said, Larry, come to Vegas. I guarantee you'll have 300 or 400 people in the room. Not a problem. He goes, Al, it's gotta be for Mexico. I said, sir, I got it. We're buddies, let's go back. There was 6 of us stood out front of the Mexican restaurant with flyers in Spanish. And I had no clue. Listen to what I'm saying. No clue what that flyer said. All I knew it said, I guess it's, come out and meet Larry. We're expanding into Mexico, looking people make extra money. And I'll go to, we're out there at 100, watch this. You heard Adrian O'Neill, 100-degree weather in front of the restaurant, Mexican supermarket. And all I do is walk up, hola, que pasa? Hola, 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 hola. That's all I said, Marie. Hola, que, hola, hey. Señorita, señor, niña, niño, aquí. Oh, that's all I said. Y'all won't do stuff like this. Larry Rasser came to town. We packed it out with over 425 people. And then what I did a little private dinner, lunch at a little Mexican restaurant afterwards. You guys got the guts that I got? Don't take brains, just take guts. Everything I talked about, there wasn't no brain part to it, it was just all guts. Well, I don't know, Mr. Tom. 100-degree weather, 5 minutes, y'all. Oh, it's too hot out here, I gotta go home. Who got the water? You see, you got to break away from what everybody else do and say. I'll say it again. Write this down. You got to break away from what everybody thinks and say. I'll say it again. You got to break away from what everybody say, what they think and say. From the candy, going to the ghetto, going to the apartment. See, I would never do stuff like this. I never got shot. I'm still here. I'm good. What's your fear? See, my fear would be different than your fear. My fear would be fear of being broke. Not for what people are going to say about me. They're broken than I am. They're going to be my customers at IBL. What's the fear? Ain't no fear in this. Oh, you scared of what people saying about you? I know. I know what y'all thinking. Let me tell you about people talking about you. Can I tell you about people talking about you? You're fearing that, I know. Move in a little close. Let me tell you about what people are saying about you. You wanna... They've been talking about you. So you got to get over yourself. That's the problem. You got to get over yourself. They've been talking about you. Shoot. They just ain't talking to your face about you. So, oh, quiet, here they come. Lord have mercy. Are y'all learning something tonight? Are y'all learning how to get out there and talk to people? It's just crazy. It's so simple. It's so simple. It's so simple. Now, I've said a lot tonight on simple ideas. Now, my question to you is this. What idea, are you going to think of to do something different to go build your business? See, I don't know if y'all caught it when Sam Foster said he would go every other day to the mall. I didn't tell him to do that. Guess what? He picked it up on his own. What if I went to the mall and started walking around meeting people? Y'all hear him on the call giving testimony. I got another rep. I got another person. When I do those Wednesday night calls, he'd have 20 people when he called and talk. I was like, hey, he's at the mall. Y'all know. Now watch this. I don't know. I think differently than most people. So forgive me. And I'm not here to hurt and make anybody feel. But if a guy gets on here and tell me he got 10 or 15 leads every week, 20 leads every week, and he went to a mall, what would that make you do or think? But see, then again, I got to admit, I'm competitive. I just can't watch people become successful and I not be one of them. I can't watch other people do stuff and I'm not trying to do something better. That's just not who Al Thomas is. I hope and pray that's not you. But I gave you these ideas. I wanted to talk to you about stuff that I've done early on in my life and career. Because why? They flat out work. Because why? They work for me. You heard me saying how I got my first rep. I just showed up. God bless you. Just showed up, got James Moore. Several hundred people on my downline. Nobody invited him. You heard all these stories the last 3 weeks. Now, the question is, what are you going to do with these stories? We talked about the history. We talked about being creative. We talked about the content, like the flyer said. We talked about sharing information with you, the emotions. I got it out of the picture. I don't give a rat's about emotion, neither should you. We talked about communication, so big factor. Marketing, that's all I'm a marketing animal. And experiences, I can talk about the experiences. Why? Because I've done all these things. And I continue doing things that are outside the box. Man, when I go to gas stations now, my money green paper, I just roll it up. I put it right there where the handle is, so go right in the handle. They got to take it out to look at it. God, it's, you know, and it only takes how many people? One. My new cards are running me, I think it was $85 or $5,000. I forgot how much. It doesn't matter to me. It's insignificant because I'm a business owner. I'm going to always invest back in my business. All it takes is one. But are you fishing? Are you out there getting people's curiosity? Are you out there looking for the ones who are looking for you? See, the thing I like about what I do, it pre-qualifies. There you go. That's what I'm looking. It just pre-qualified people. See, instead of me doing a whole lot of conversation with people that want none, the only people that call me are the ones that want it. Remember I said last week the card I had 1 inch by 1 inch, and it said what on it? If I had your card, I could afford a larger. If I had your business, I could afford a larger card. That card's another good one. I'm telling you, it's a good conversation piece. But how many of you would think about going out and having your name, phone number put on one? See, you guys are getting all these great ideas, and oh yeah, this is a good call. But if you're not applying any of it, it doesn't make a brass back in. How good the call was. Now, before we end, I want to show you a video. Mr. Breedclub has played this once before, but I want you. I wonder if you guys dream like. I want you to write a letter to your future self, and this could be 2022 coming up, and I want this letter to be 2022. I want you to write a letter to your next year person. Mr. Bree Clemens, you can roll it anytime you're in. It's a few minutes long. Here we go. Trust your power. I like that last picture. What he say, you see the subliminal notice in there to be RD, RVP, SVP. Did you guys catch that flash? I told you your future yourself for 2022, and I want you to see it tonight. RD, RVP, and some of you SVP, and beyond that, Circle of Champions. What he say, people will what? Make you uncomfortable. Don't give a rat's back end how they make you feel. I don't, I never have, because they don't pay my bills. So why do you give a flying, fleeping rat's back end what people say about you? Don't. He wrote a letter to his future self. Your future starts today for 2022. Get it out of the way. Quit procrastinating. Quit making freaking excuses. Quit telling me why you can't do it. I don't want to hear it no more from any of you, because God does not make junk. And I think sometimes he's sitting up there laughing like, what are you waiting on? You heard what Sam Falls said, don't get up, don't get up. You should be tapping in on their shoulder. They should be tapping you on your shoulder. Go do something so they will. I'm telling each and every one of you, you need to go do something so next year they will. Roll your sleeves up and go to work. And I'm gonna end the call with this. Work has never killed anybody, but being broke will stress you out and kill you. Work has never killed anybody, but being broke will kill you. Folks, this wraps up my 3 weeks in the laughing at me as I built my Excel business and ACM business from the beginning, 28, 29 years ago. Funny stuff. I want you to laugh at me. You know why I want you to laugh at me? Because I want you to see the seriousness about what it got me. So don't worry about what people think about you. Get off your backside and go make it happen for you and your family.